Howdy homeowners, I'm in the attic. This home was built in 1993. We have an original gas-fired furnace and air conditioning system in here. Look at it in all its glory. It is quite old. It's trying its best to run, and there's a lot that home inspectors check when they're doing their inspection of the furnace and the air conditioning system, the ductwork, filters, all that. But I'm not going to unbox all that in this video. I really just want to talk about the delta T, or the cooling differentials. So one of the first things a home inspector does when the air conditioner is running, you want to make sure it's running satisfactory. So you'll take two measurements to determine your delta T. You take your thermometer, preferably a probe thermometer, at the unit so you get your best results. You're going to take a temperature of the return air. This is the air going into the air handler. And then you're going to take a measurement of the temperature of the air going out through the supply ducting. You subtract one number from the other, and that difference is your temperature drop, or your delta T. There are acceptable limits. There's a lot of variables that can affect your range there and that temperature drop, but you want to be somewhere between, ideally, the 15 to 20, maybe 22 degree mark. Here we have an older system. The air filter is dirty, so I was expecting, actually I don't know what I was expecting. Old units don't typically have good differentials, and this one didn't. But the air filter was dirty, which sometimes slows the speed of the air down through the evaporator coil, and sometimes that can inflate the number too. Here I was getting a temperature differential of 7.7 degrees. No, that is nowhere near 15 degrees, which is the minimum I wanted to see. So at some point the system might have a slow leak of the refrigerant, may not have been balanced properly to begin with. The evaporator coil or the condenser coils may be dirty, preventing that transfer of heat energy, not letting it cycle through like it should. Could be issues with the blower, like I said, the filters, issues with the ducting. There's a whole bunch of things that can affect that, but really, per the age of this unit, plus it still uses the R22 refrigerant, which you can no longer get, and if you try to put it in this unit, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. And this is an old unit to begin with, so honestly, system replacement's probably the most would make the most sense. Again, not good cooling differentials. Maybe in the next video we can crack one of these open and take a look at the evaporator coils. But this is something that even a homeowner can do. You don't need a fancy probe thermometer like this clean, which is good for doing HVAC. You can even just use a meat thermometer. Just make sure you get good, close readings, closest to the unit as possible, right at the return and supply ducting.